Welcome back to another episode of Road to Williams. Like I said before, I'm going to be showing more and more of the queer community to y'all. I hope y'all been enjoying the past few videos, learning more, growing more. I appreciate the people in the comments, you know, that are sharing their stories and being positive. This video is dedicated to the late Marquise Jackson. He was a trans man who lived in Philadelphia. His life was taken from him last year around this time in December. Going into the story of Marquise Jackson, I'm gonna give y'all a little brief take on what I've gathered so far in this um, story in his life. Is that it was in somewhere in Philadelphia where his body was found. His family found him. They were looking for him. He was missing for a few days, like 2 days. They said he was celebrating his birthday. So it's a lot of holes in the story, y'all. And all I encourage y'all to do is continue to ask more questions, continue to learn more about this story, learn more about this person and what his family is doing now that he's gone. It's very unfortunate that he lost his life. And what's even just as unfortunate as that is trans people, people of color, their lives usually just stay flat. Like nothing progresses after that. So I want to give a big ups to his family for even speaking out on it. Push justice. I have to give ups to that because it's not a lot of stories out there where the family is looking for justice. And we ain't talking about money. We talking about who is responsible for this, stop them from doing it to anybody else, and put them front and center and face their responsibility, their accountability. Somebody has to be accountable for, and we're gonna go into that. I just want y'all to learn with me, grow with me, and leave in the comments what y'all think of this story. And if you've heard of it, okay, them.us. So he was an activist out there in Philly. Let me know if y'all knew of him. Pay your respects in the comments, y'all. Marquise Jackson, a black transgender man, also known to his friends and family as MJ, was found dead in Philadelphia on December 14th. He had just turned 33. Jackson's body was found in a backyard in Philadelphia's Nicetown neighborhood with a traumatic injury to his face. According to Jackson's family, who provided details to the Pittsburgh Lesbian Correspondence, police are investigating Jackson's death as a homicide and said he may have been dead as long as 48 hours before being found. A suspect in Jackson's murder was reportedly detained but released due to lack of evidence, according to his family. Born and raised in South Carolina, Jackson was heavily involved in transgender activism, supporting Philadelphia's William Way Center, the Transgender Legal Defense Fund, and the Free KY Project. Cherie Harvey, Jackson's twin, told PLC that he was full of life and love and would get the party started anywhere. He's a person you can't stay mad at. Jackson is at least the 39th trans person in the US to die from violence in 2022. According to a list compiled by PLC, okay, they had to raise a GoFundMe because they didn't have enough expenses. Let's go into the video, y'all.
Now to the investigation into the murder of a local LGBTQ activist and military veteran found dead in Philadelphia's Tioga Nicetown section, only blocks from his home. Action News race and culture reporter Taronda Thomas talked to his mother today, and she joins us live now from the Satellite Center with the story. Taronda.
Well, Jillian, police have ruled the death of 33-year-old Marquise Jackson a homicide. The transgender man was an activist who stood up for people in his community, and now they're standing up for him.
This is mobbing.
Tara Jackson shines with her mother's unconditional love.
I am who I am, Mom. I said, okay.
That conversation when her son, Marquise MJ Jackson, came out to her as trans.
He told me, Mom, I said, listen, I don't care who you are, you still my child.
Another conversation last week was a lot more difficult.
MJ's girlfriend told me that he was missing.
Police found the 33-year-old last Wednesday in the backyard of a home in the 1800 block of Brunner Street in Tioga Nicetown. He had blunt force trauma to his head. The mystery prompting worried conversations among MJ's friends.
And it's not respected.
including Portia Burton.
He was very loving. He loved his family.
She worked alongside Jackson as an activist.
Did a lot of canvassing for trans rights. I worked with him on some homeless issues.
You're always thinking you could be next.
Selena Morrison speaks as executive director of Philadelphia's Office of LGBT Affairs, which is working with the DA's office and the police department. Jackson, who lived in Tioga Nicetown, is at least the 35th murder of a trans person nationwide.
We all always use the term "at least" because often they go misreported, unreported.
The country's most recent previous murder of a trans person was also in Philadelphia.
We can solve these murders. We just need some dedicated individuals that are going to put in the work.
I just want justice for my son.
Demanding answers for her son, who served in the Army.
My son helped anybody. He would give you his shoes.
Now others are giving on a GoFundMe page to pay for his funeral expenses as a mother prepares to say goodbye but refuses to give up.
All I want is just justice for my child.
There's a $20,000 reward in this case, and Philadelphia police are accepting calls on their anonymous tip line. That number is 215-686-TIPS. Now, for anyone who might be uncomfortable calling police, the city's Office of LGBT Affairs is also accepting tips in this case. In the Satellite Center, Taronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News.
Yeah, and you can make those tips anonymously. Taronda, thank you.
Family members and other LGBTQ victims of violence are urging the public to help bring justice to Marquise MJ Jackson. Jackson, a black transgender man, was murdered in the city's Nicetown section last December. Well, today, District Attorney Larry Krasner announced that police have identified Jackson's killer as Charles Mitchell.
One of the things that Charles said to my mother, to her face, when my mom found my brother, was, I didn't know if that was a man or a woman, and gender should never matter. So I forgave the person who caused this much pain to my family, not because I thought they did the right thing, but because of my own mental health, and I needed to heal, and I couldn't heal unless I forgave.
If you have any information on Charles Mitchell's whereabouts, please contact police.
This is ABC6 in Philly. A suspect sought for murder of Philly transgender activist arrested in Nevada. A man has been arrested for the murder of a transgender activist in Philadelphia late last year. The district attorney's office said Monday that Charles Mitchell was arrested in Henderson, Nevada. They arrested him. Jackson's body was found face down in a backyard. Jackson has suffered blunt force trauma to the head, along with cuts, scrapes, and bruises to the hands and legs. Mitchell will be charged with murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. One more video I want to show y'all. We're not gonna watch the whole video of this. First half, they talk about the life of MJ, but now, like, that's for y'all to watch the full video. I'm letting y'all know y'all should go check this out.
Today, we're going to have that conversation with a mother and a sister who love their loved one unconditionally, no matter the decision that they made. This show is dedicated to MJ. MJ was a great advocate of the LGBTQIA+ community. We have to learn to love one another. Just because I'm different from you does not give you the right to judge me. So we don't need to judge anyone. We need to love on each other and accept each other. No need to be sorry. No need to be sorry at all. Your life changed recently. Both of your lives changed recently. Tell me about a call that you received that was so devastating to you, Mom, and to you, MJ, too.
Well, I got the call on December the 13th that my child was missing. So I took it upon myself to say, okay, let me find him. Called around to the hospital. They said he wasn't there. Then the 14th, I went to look for my child. This was my second time going to look. Well, I went to go look for my child. And that's when I got a guy friend of mine who goes with me. And he went with me to go find my child. And that's when he discovered where my child was at. So,
and tell us where your child was at And what happened?
He was in the back of an alley of this gentleman's house, completely with nothing on but a t-shirt and boxers, sitting up against the wall with no shoes, no socks, no pants, no nothing. Beat to death.
MJ2, how did you discover this information?
I was coming back from Norristown when my best friend in South Carolina sent me a text, and she said, "I'm so sorry. I love you so much. I just got the bad news." Then I called my brother, Martinez, and I asked him if it's something that I need to be told. He couldn't tell me. He wasn't ready to tell me. So called my mom. Her friend picked up the phone, and I was just like asking about where my mom was. And in that moment, I knew something wasn't right. And I just asked, where's MJ? Somebody got to tell me something. And nobody wanted to tell me yet. But I found out just by putting it all together. And then I remember calling my brother's girlfriend, who was supposed to be his girlfriend at the time. And I was just asking her, where's my brother? Has she talked to them? Has she talked to him? And, has she talked to my mom recently? And then she let me know, like, my brother's gone. And then I really broke down. And then her reaction to me was, you need to calm down. He's in a better place. And that, to me, definitely raised the eyebrow to me. Because how can you already make peace with something that's so devastating to us so soon?
Right. Now, when you were calling around, you knew something was wrong, but you didn't know with who. And you just put two and two together that it was MJ.
Yeah, because right before I went to Norristown, I talked to my mom, and she was letting me know she was going to go look for MJ. And then she also let me know about the conversation that she had with his girlfriend the night prior, which was, I'm sorry, that was Tuesday, that was the 13th, right? Yeah. So the 13th, I actually went to Amtrak to pick up my mom. She wasn't even back in the city for 24 hours when we got the bad news. And I picked her up, and at 7:46 and at 7:48, her and I got the same messages from his girlfriend asking us about MJ's whereabouts. And we was just like letting her know, like, no, MJ's supposed to be with you. We questioned her about that. And everything she kept giving us was didn't make sense, or it seemed fabricated.
Now, did you come to discover that because MJ was of the LGBTQIA+ community, that is why he was murdered?
Well, we got one thing that really stuck out to us. When my mom showed up at the scene and discovered MJ's body along with her friend, one of the suspects said to my mom, I didn't know if that was a man or a woman. And I don't deal with none of this family stuff, but he was cursing. That, to me, definitely raised the eyebrow. Because why would it matter if it's a man or a woman? It's a human. They have a heart. God created them. We all deserve a chance to live full lives and not to be beaten or taken out of this world so tragically and be mistreated in our last minutes like that. I know my brother. I can close my eyes and I can know my brother. So I put myself in his shoes, his last minutes, simply because we resemble each other a lot. My brother, we're the same height. We got the same face structure. Our body build is the same. If my brother and I was to put on the same exact outfit, and for somebody, if we were to turn to our back and somebody to say pick MJ, they would probably pick the wrong person because we look so much alike. I know his mannerisms. I know what he does and don't do. My brother was a kind, loving soul. I've never, in my whole 29 years, can think of one person that my brother has harmed with his hands or his words. I can't think of one person. And that hurts the most because when you know someone's character, you know that he did not deserve that. And so I put myself in his shoes, even though it was uncomfortable for me to have to think about what he went through, but I had to because I didn't know another way.
Yeah. Because my mother lives in South Carolina. I got on the train at 6:35 from Charlotte. And my mother told me, she said, Tara, I feel something. And I'm like, what you feeling? And she said, listen, I felt this spirit. And she said she felt her baby in a house somewhere trapped and trying to get out and couldn't get out. And when I called, I didn't get a chance to contact her to tell her what was going on because I was still dealing with what the man had told me. And then when I got him to contact my mom broke down. Right now, today, my mother is still hurt.
She's sick.
She's sicker than sick.
I've never seen my grandma this sick.
My mother lost her sister, her brother. To lose her first grand, that was her favorite. That was her everything. I just want the people to know. Don't think I'm not going to get my justice. I'm going to get my justice. Because you got to tell me, how did you let these two people walk away like this?
Right. But now, MJ's birthday was 12. Okay. So MJ just celebrated a birthday, 12/12/22. MJ was murdered on 12/13/20.
12/12. MJ was murdered on his birthday because the body sat too long. And then when the coroners told me that the body was being decomposed, that means that the body was sitting a little longer inside somewhere. And then you decide to pull it out. When I asked them, they touched him, they said he was cold, but not ice cold.
Okay.
So he was there, and whatever when the man had him at, that's where he was at, and then they decided to take him outside.
Ms. Jackson and MJ Chu, I want to thank you so much for sharing your story. You are a true example of what unconditional love should look like. And that you should be applauded for. I thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. Getting MJ's story out there and just bringing more awareness to situations like this so they won't happen again.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we all are God's people and we all deserve a chance.
Yes.
Nobody has a right to harm anybody in this world or to make someone feel like they don't belong here or to make them feel like they're weird people because of who they love or their lifestyle. It's not for anybody to judge. we're not here to condemn one another. Yes. We're here to do God's work. And that's what MJ did. He did God's work. He helped the community. He helped my mother. He helped me. He helped me with my daughter. He helped his friends. He helped random people. And that's what God's work is. That's what God's work is. He never judged anybody. He told everybody that he loved, be yourself and be unapologetically you. Like, yes. Whether somebody likes it or not, you're going to find your group of people. And he taught me how to live that way and just be me.
Thank you so much for joining me.
This was Melanie Nelson, who interviewed the family. Check her show out, LaSalle TV, Philly. So, yeah, if y'all want to watch that full video, go to this channel. This was the video for today. My thoughts on it. Like I said earlier, it's holes in it. Like, it was MJ's birthday. Who was he around? Who was around him that day? Let's do a 24-hour loop of like before the party. What happened at the party? It's a birthday party, How did it end like that? What was going on with the girlfriend? Why was she? My take on it really is just what happened at the party? That's really what needs to go down. Like, and they arrested the man, and the mom, a black mother, do not play about her babies. I'll tell you that right now. That's universal. That's universal. He claimed in that video before dude got arrested that she was gonna see justice. I just want to say rest in peace to MJ, because I just want y'all to be careful with y'all surroundings and where y'all at, who y'all around. It was his birthday. He was supposed to feel free, even more free than any other day, to celebrate life. And it's like, what's going on in the house? Where y'all at? Whose house is this? Why was he there? That's where the party was? Okay, who was all there? What happened? Was there an argument? What y'all argue about? I didn't know if that was a man or a woman. I ain't got time for this family shit. I don't know. What are you talking about? Because his family wasn't there, apparently. His sister, his mom, and all of them was not there. So what family stuff? And if that was his girlfriend, why wasn't she there at the party with him? What's going on? What's going on? They looking at the girlfriend sideways. They on the girlfriend. This story is important. I want y'all to push this story out. Share this video. Like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Keep it respectful. Keep it clean. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. This isn't okay. Like the sister said, why should it matter of the gender of the person? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Huh? And why didn't he have clothes on? Like, he didn't even have socks, pants. Where did stuff go? What y'all trying to figure out what to do? Huh? With MJ? And then you go, we just gonna toss him outside? The alley? You couldn't even at least call the ambulance? You gotta wait till the family find him and even like, how did they get the call there? How did the family get to that house? They said they were driving around. I mean, they probably, it's a lot of stuff they not saying. A lot of people ain't saying, hey, I'm not saying we gotta go too deep. I mean, they got the guy, but sometimes I want to know what happened, just because you can learn a lot from them moments. Be careful who you're around. Don't be so quick to friend people. Oh, this is my homie. This is my hey, whoa. Oh. I choose to not have that many friends. I know a lot of people. I know a bunch of people. I don't call everybody my friend. I don't call everybody the family. I got family now. I don't call family. What are we talking about? I don't want to hear, family, we got to stick together. We going to stick together if we respect each other. We going to stick together if we talk to one another with respect. We not just about to be calling each other family because yo mama, my daddy is related to y'all. I'm not doing that no more. That's out. MJ trusted people around him in that moment. If you feel a vibe is off, it is. It's time to switch scenery. People are jealous in this world. People are hateful. People are upset. And you might not even know why. It might not even make sense to you. And it's not your job to make sense of it. It's your job to live the best you can. Live your life to the fullest. Because people are out here to rain on people's parades on his birthday. I don't know, y'all. What y'all do think in the comments? That's all I'm gonna leave it at. Before I go, my condolences goes out to MJ's family, his mother, his sister. I don't know if he had any brothers or anything. All of his family. My love, support goes out to y'all. I hope y'all get the justice y'all deserve. I hope MJ gets the justice he deserves. I appreciate y'all for being vulnerable, sharing y'all story, sharing his story. And I didn't know it was so many activists in the queer community, especially Black. I mean, we know the Marshas. We know, of course. We're getting to Marsha, okay? Y'all need to chill. We getting to Marsha. We getting to Marsha. But I want to shed light on people. I didn't even know. I'm not purposely like, oh, look. I'm looking for the philosophers of the queer community. Where y'all at? Who's in it? Who's in it? I'm all for the allies. But who's in it? We gotta push. We gotta push. Someone told me some months back, and I did a video. It's a while back. It was talking about like trans lives, homelessness, and I touched a little bit on a few topics. One of them was homelessness, and someone said she's a pastor. She said that I should start focusing on like pushing that out, how to help the community, blah blah. And at the time, I was like, who am I? Right? Who am I? I mean, you might look at me now and be like, I don't know you, or who are you? But everybody is somebody. Everybody has the power to push whatever it is. People push negative stuff. People push all sorts of stuff. But I'm gonna make sure I push my community to keep going. I don't know everything in the world. I don't. But I do know I have a job to do. I have a purpose. I need to do this. It ain't gonna make sense to people. It ain't. But I talk to God, and sometimes you just gotta trust in the plan. And I was like, man, I didn't really want to do this video. I did, but I didn't, because anytime I do videos like this, like I said with Banko Brown, like any story is always touching me. It's always gonna affect me in some way. But the ones where they get taken out like this, like MJ, like Banko, like millions of others that we will touch on. It's harder because it's like, damn, like we know death is a part of life and things like that, but the way people go out is just, we should deserve to be able to go out peacefully, live long lives. He was 33 years old. Still had a whole bunch of life to live. Life. We on the internet, but this life. Somebody real hopped on the screen to edit, posted, uploaded, and y'all looking at it. Real people looking at this. This real life. Think about your actions before you do them. Really evaluate your situations. You need to defend yourself. You need to defend yourself. But to purposely go out to harm, no. No. All right, y'all. That's about as much as I can run up. Share this video.